Movie lovers, special edition of On the Set right here with Tony, Revolori, and Jacob, Batalon, and we are here for Spider-Man Homecoming.
Yep.
And we're at a secret set, at a secret location. So y'all find out about all that later. But first, I mean, how amazing does it feel for any kid to grow up and now be in a superhero movie? Like, what's that feeling like?
It's insane. Like you said, every little kid dreams of being in these movies. I certainly did as a young adult, and I never thought it was ever going to happen, but now it has, and it's kind of a surreal feeling. You don't think it's real, and then you see Tom Holland, who's, you know, playing Spider-Man, walk on set in the costume, and you're just like,
yeah.
It's amazing.
I mean, you had huge fans from Grand Budapest and Dope and the other projects, but I mean, like, is your nerd fan group, no offense to the nerd, I mean,
I love the
respectful
nerds.
nerd. Yeah, I mean, but is that fan group just blown up on your social media followers and stuff? Like,
it definitely has. I've definitely noticed an uptick of that happening, and I'm loving the fans. They do amazing things. They're insane with their photoshops, and they're insane with their comments, but I love it all. I read it all. They might not realize I read every message and comment
fun.
and everything.
By the way, whoever says that stuff, it's really funny.
We love it.
You should keep saying those things. It's,
And,
I love reading it also.
And it's just, it's great. I mean, I have a blast seeing it all, and the fandom is just fantastic from all the films and just in general.
Very true.
And for you, I have to talk about what must have been like one of the hardest periods of your life. I mean, I know you worked for it, you came through the casting, but you don't have a huge film resume, and now you're in Spider-Man, and you can't tell nobody.
Yeah.
Like, how was that to be like, I'm in this biggest movie of my life, biggest movie of most people's career, but I can't even say anything?
It was more like, I was just so, like, enraptured in the whole fact of I'm just trying to get the job. Like, I didn't even care that people didn't know, because for one, I didn't even know who I was going to be anyway.
Yeah.
And so, like, it was really just, like, keeping my head down. What was really tough was I couldn't talk to anyone, like, about it. You know what I mean? Like, I couldn't tell anyone how I felt about it, per se, because they can't know. That was the hardest part.
And the thing is, like, you go into an audition as actors, you know, and you take an audition, and then you leave it. You never think it's going to come back. And then when it does, you start getting more hopeful, and then by the 7th callback, you're like, I have to have it now. So, you know, it's a stress-growing thing, and you're not even thinking about where this movie's going to take you if you do get it. You're thinking about the moment now. And so it's a very present-day thing that you have, and I'm sure he felt it.
It's really, it's like really just like, it's moments that are just like separated by like understanding whether or not you're gonna get the role or even be a part of the film.
Yeah.
And then it's just like,
and to all those people who said you could never do nothing in your life and all that, you can just quote Phil Collins, "Against all odds, take a look at me now."
It's great. No, it's a wonderful feeling, because a lot of people don't really like realize what actors go through, like on a regular basis of, you know, constant rejection.
Oh, 1000%.
You know, all those things.
You have to be thick-skinned.
You have to be.
Although we don't do anything too daring. Like, you know, we're not like in the army or anything like that. But it is a difficult process mentally to be rejected constantly. And the thing that people never realize, if you do a stunt that looks dangerous, more than not, you probably have done it 6 or 7 times, and that's what no one ever tells you. I had to, you know, jump in a pool and swim like 5 times back and forth. By the 10th time, I was like almost drowning. So that's what people don't realize.
And let's talk about a little bit of that, because we're on the set and people always see the finished product. But just on a daily, I mean, you guys are coming in and out of trailers and everything else. Like, how has a normal day been for you guys on Homecoming set? Like, what's the amount of hours you're working, or like, how does that feel for you as an actor?
We do like maybe like 10, 11-hour days.
Yeah, it's a lot. Yeah. We like to move quickly, and we put our shots very quick. John, our director, is fantastic, and all the people around us, you know, from the producers, Amy, Pascal, and Kevin Feige, their, you know, collaboration is really amazing. Yeah. Considering 2 different studios and the way they're, you know, meshing is so sweet that, you know, we kind of just go on set and we do our work and we wait a little bit to, you know, till the next setup or till the next scene, and we just keep going, and it's great. We all have a fluid thing, and we're all able to put our opinions in, and they're all, you know, of note, which is great to be valued like that.
It's really easy. It's a lot easier to deal with when when John is just very he likes taking like the actor's perspective, and it's because filmmaking is like a collaborative effort.
Yeah.
And when you have all those ideas coming together, it's just really you can make something very special. And that's what we think we have out here. So.
I know going into any film, like as an actor, you must not know how the success of the film is going to be, how it's going to come out. But with the track record of Marvel, does it give you any confidence, like you know they're going to get this right, or they've been so good at these franchises that with them on it that they're going to get the right tone?
It's very rare. Very fortunately, I have a couple of films under my belt that have been done fantastic, and some of them it's going to turn out from the beginning, first day on set. Some of them you don't. And with this one, besides the track record that Marvel has, just with the script and the people and first day on set, the first week on set, it just seemed like something that was going to be magical, and we're all having a great time. And I'm more than certain that it's going to be a fantastic film, enjoyable for everyone.
Yeah. And lastly, with the proliferation of all these one-off superhero movies now and DC Comics getting in Super Friends and everything else, is that any added pressure to make sure that this franchise stands out on its own now, that everybody else, it's like the Olympics of superheroes going on now,
I definitely think that there's a pressure to always be good in general.
Yeah.
But I feel like that whole rivalry, I guess, between DC and Marvel is just really
it's very fan made.
Yeah,
I don't think there's a rivalry. We definitely, I think Marvel has set the precedent, and it's just us pushing each other, DC and Marvel, pushing each other, and any other film really pushing each other to be better and just in general live up to our standards, which are pretty high at the Marvel family, which is great because then you're in good hands with someone like that.
Yeah. All right, well, I'm excited about Homecoming, and
Thanks,
and can't wait to see all you guys on film, and can't wait to reveal some of those secrets to you guys closer to the film. But until then, that's all for